What's going on, guys? BS Gaming here, bringing you another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to go over the units that are coming out in the future, potentially units that are coming out maybe in the upcoming weeks, and I'm going to just be going over whether you should skip or you should save for these units, because there's a lot of units that are hype, but there are also a lot of units that are kind of like and like they're kind of fillerish. So yeah, I'm going to go over a majority of the units, maybe all of them, but I'll see how far I get. But yeah, so we're just gonna hop right into it. So let's go into the characters. These two, I'm gonna just start with these two real quick. Jahade, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Jahade, whatever her name is, she's not worth it, hands down. She's kind of garbage, not worth it. Ludacil, he is worth it if you're gonna spend the time, effort, and money, because he is a unit you have to whale out for. He needs to be 6 out of 6, and he needs to have good equipment, whether it be SSR gear or UR gear, preferably UR gear, so that way you have a higher CC than your opponent. But yeah, if he's not 6 out of 6, I don't think he's gonna be worth summoning on. Like if you're a player who doesn't want to waste their resources on him, I'd probably say skip him. But he has a good unit. His banner is trash. His banner is absolute garbage. So in my personal opinion, skip this banner when it comes to global, or even if you play JP, skip it. Don't even waste your time on it. But if these two come to global and they do keep it the same, yeah, just skip it. It's not even worth it. He'll probably be on other banners and whatever. So yeah, it's just not worth it. Alright, so let's go to here. I guess we'll start with Blue Arthur, right? So Blue Arthur is, I believe he was free for JP. They had tickets, and you could have actually used those tickets to summon for him, right? And he was guaranteed, I believe. So yeah, he's a good unit, I would say. I don't think he's necessarily bad, right? He has a few good moves. Like his skill 1 is actually really good, because on rank 3 it stuns. But Goddess Elizabeth, who, you know, she'll be coming up soon, we're gonna talk about her. She does the same thing with a rank 2. So he's decent. He's not bad by any means. I'd say he still could be useful for some events like the Red Demon, or even PvP in some situations. But yeah, he's an interesting unit. He has an AoE, although I don't think this one's as good. It is kind of like Gauther though. It disables attack skills, so there's that. But other than that, I don't think he's anything crazy. His passive is really good. It's kind of like Green Kings, but instead of no, it is exactly like Green Kings. Nope. Come on, what are you doing? I'm stupid. Green Kings is crit chance. His is crit damage, right? So if you know Green King is a phenomenal crit unit, because this passive right here is exactly what he has. It's just crit chance. So yeah, really good. Not bad by any means, I don't think. But yeah, other than that, he's not anything too crazy. And if they keep it the same as JP, I believe he was free, so you possibly get him for free. Who knows? Alright, let's see. Bellion, yeah, he's a skip, right? He's a skip. I'm not sure if, I don't think he and Alette were released at the same time, but if they go that route with global and put both of them on the same banner, it's an absolute skip. Bellion, even though I don't play JP anymore, I used to play JP. When I did, he had like little to no relevancy at all in the meta. He's not good. I mean, he has Shatter, right? But it's just not. It's not good. It's just his damage is low, right? He ignores resistance, right, with his skill 1, which is amazing, but he doesn't do enough damage for him to actually like be relevant in the meta. It is an AoE, but still, it's just he's just not good. And his skill 2 just depletes ultimate move gauge. All right, cool. That's cool and all, but like we don't really need that. You know what I mean? We don't really need that right now. It's just he's not gonna be crazy or anything. He has an AoE ultimate skill. Okay, and like it says, he's a decent farming kit, but like other than that, he doesn't have any good use in the game. He's just not he's just not a unit people run or people would use. He'll 30% of diminished HP every time a debuff is removed. Okay, cool, but like he doesn't have anything that removes it in his kit. Like he doesn't have a skill that removes debuffs. Like let's say if he had his skill 2, right? Let's say his skill 2 was instead of Lightning Blade. Let's say it was I don't know, a Dark Aura Cloak or something. I'm just coming up with names on the spot, right? Let's say that removes debuffs on rank 1, right? Then he'd be a little better than what he is, but aside from that, he's not that great, and honestly, he's definitely a skip. If Global does Alette and him on the same banner, they're both skips, right? So then we got, let's see, Derriere, right? Derriere is probably, look at her stats. look at her stats, man. It's insane. She's probably, I want to say a must summon, right? But as time goes on, she's going to have counters, right? She's red. Yeah, so she's red. She's going to have counters. I believe Goddess Elizabeth is blue. So she's not like what she used to be, because back then when she first released, she was an absolute powerhouse, right? She was literally on everyone's team because of how good she was, and it's because of this card right here, her injection. This is what Blue Aaron has on Global right now, but on steroids for this character, because at rank 2 she increases her basic stats by 30% for 2 turns and gains evasion. Are you kidding me? On rank 3 it's even more godly, and this is a unit, right, who has amazing stats to begin with, and then you just top on the power to increase her basic stats. Like, are you like what were they on making this character? Like, are they on hardcore drugs? Like, she's insane, right? And then she has Amplify on her ultimate, which is borderline broken because of this, right? Increasing her basic stats, and Amplify increases the amount of damage you're gonna do by 30% per buff. That's 3 buffs for basic stats right there. So yeah, she's insane, right? And here it's just going over how good she is and what she's good for. But yeah, she's pretty good, insane. But yeah, right here, as I said, she has a low crit rate, right? So she's not going to be critting often, but it honestly doesn't even matter what the amount of damage she's going to do. It honestly doesn't matter. And then she increases her attack by 10%. 10% when using a skill, and when you don't use it, it goes away. Okay, yeah, that's fine and all, but 100% attack. 100. She's insane. And then her commandment decreases the damage dealt by range attacks of allies and enemies, which is like cool, but okay, that's not really gonna affect her because she uses physical attacks, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, she's insane. Like, she's absolutely insane. She's a powerhouse, and I want to say she's a must summon. But if you want to save, right, your gems, because she'll be available on I believe part 2. I think it's the part 2 summon tickets, right? Then you can just wait for that. But if you want her right then and there when the banner drops, that'll be, it's fine, because she is an absolute beast, right? And I'm not sure how her banner is going to work on global, and if they're going to change it. They probably are, but I'm not sure if they'll release the red derriere with the green derriere. I believe they did that on JP, but I'm not a JP main. I don't play JP anymore, so I don't know if they did that. But for global, I know they released both the Melusculas, right? They released them at the same time, so I think they're gonna do that for derriere, but I'm not sure. Don't take my word on it, right? But then you got the green derriere, who's an absolute skip because she's not good at all. Honestly, I'm just gonna be 100. She's not good at all, right? She has she depletes an ultimate move gauge on her first skill. She fills her own ultimate. She's not good. she's just not good. Ultimate move gauge will not be filled when enemies move skills. Okay, cool. Like that could come in clutch, but you're just like realistically, you're not gonna use this character, right? It's all about the red derriere. So yeah, Red Diane. I would say she's a skip. It's gonna be a while before she comes out anyway for global, but I would say she's a skip once she does come out. But again, I'm not sure how they'll change up the banners because global always does stuff different. But yeah, for now, she's definitely a skip. She has a good, what's the name, unique, in my opinion, for Giants. And back when Aaron released on JP, she would basically increase his damage up by 40%, which is insane, right? So that's where she's really good. But other than that, she doesn't have much to her kit, I'm going to be honest. Both the Drolls, I would say, are summons, right? They're worth summoning for. They're not bad units, right? But they're not game breaking either. So yeah, you can. I'm going over it pretty fast because he's not really like crazy or anything. He just has detonate damage, right? Cool. And then his skill 2 is actually really good because it's an AOE and disable buff and debuff skills. So that's actually pretty good. And then he disables ultimate moves for 2 turns upon the enemy reaching their max ultimate gauge, which is really good. And his commandment, apply a buff that increases resistance by 30% for 3 turns every time an ally or enemy receives damage from skills. So yeah, he's good. The blue Droll is better, in my opinion. Personally, I think he's a little bit better because he has this. Taunts enemies and increases HP related stats by 15%. Becomes immune to petrification. So he can't be petrified, which is right off the bat really good. I'm trying to think. This skill 2 seems familiar. I think Green Greyamore has it. I think. It might not be taunt, but he definitely increases his HP related stats, and I believe the damage dealt to enemies, right? So this is a little bit different, but yeah, he's good. You wouldn't say he's crazy. So if you want to skip, you can skip. If you want to summon, why not, right? Okay. Blue Easton, right? When she first dropped, she was good, really good. She is still a good unit. She's not bad by any means whatsoever, right? But yeah, the green one is really good. I would almost say to summon, but the banner on JP for her isn't. I don't want to say it isn't good, but you have a chance of pulling a Valenti that released with her, and Valenti isn't that great of a unit, right? That released with her. But she is insane. Her damage, her damage is crazy, right? She also has her rank 2, which disables recovery skills, prevents ultimate gauge from filling up. And then on rank 3, decreases attack by 20%. So right then and there, you have a debuff, which will activate weakness or weak point, whatever you want to call it, on her skill 1. She's good. She's really good. Right now, she's being used pretty much on every team that I've seen videos on because she counters Lost Vein Meliodas and Goddess Elizabeth to an extent. I wouldn't say she hard body blocks them, but she is really good, right, for PvP. In terms of PvE, I'm not sure you'll use her much, but PvP, she's almost a must-have right now, right? And then she has this increases all allies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 5% per debuff on enemies, which is good. So she'll be doing that damage. But yeah, PvP, she's almost a must-have. All right. So then you got the this Blue Elaine never came to global. I believe she was for Halloween, right? Yeah, Halloween. She never came to global, although she is decent. She's a support type unit. She's a skip. Then we get to the Red Elizabeth, who I believe is coming out soon, but she's garbage, pretty much. Although she'll be interesting. I think there's going to be some interesting plays with her, because I'm not sure if you choose the ally. I'm almost certain you do, but I'm not sure if it's random or you choose it with her skill 1. But she'll heal when she attacks the enemies, which is actually not that bad, but her damage is a little garbage, because it's only 130%, 200, and 300%, right? Not to mention the fact she's red, and blues are kind of insane. So yeah. Then she has her skill 2, which removes debuffs, which is actually not that bad, right? Because on rank 1 it removes debuffs. That's cool, it's Purify. And then she increases defense related stats by 50% on rank 2. Again, not bad at all, right? And it's a 50%, but then they gain debuff immunity, right? So really good. So pretty cool skill 2. Her ultimate is the same as every Elizabeth heals, right? And then she increases all allies' recovery rate by 10% if an ally is healed. That's good. That's good. That's 50%. That's actually not that bad. The problem with her is she's not going to do damage, and she's going to die. She's going to die really quick. So she's a skip, right? She's definitely a skip when she comes out, because she comes out with a Green Demon Meliodas and a Jericho. Red Escanor was released for us, but initially when they were released, Red Escanor did drop with them, right? So yeah, then you have a late skip. Not even gonna go over her. She's a skip. She's like Bellion, not worth the time. And then you got Esterosa. Red Esterosa, sure. If you want to summon him, why not, right? He's not that great. Disables recoveries. Yeah, he's not that great. I think his Rebellion is a cool looking skill, but it's not strong, at least in my opinion. So yeah, Extinction I guess is like Ruin, and it's just 20% per debuff on the target. So whatever. And then you got this, right? Yeah, increase attack by 10% per debuff. Not that good, right? Green Esterosa. An ad. No. Green Esterosa is isn't played like as much. He's still used, but not as much as he was when he first dropped, obviously, right? And the reason he is because of this full counter. Now, unlike Green Meliodas, he doesn't have a HP restriction. His is simply just he counters. That's it. He just counters and inflicts damage, and at rank 3 it's 600% damage. So he's good for that, right? No one really talks about his skill 1, which just ignores defense. I think it's pretty okay. It's not anything meta breaking. This unit in general isn't going to be meta breaking, I think, when he comes out on global. On JP, yeah, he was, but on global, our schedules are kind of like messed up, so he's not going to be crazy. So yeah, he's if you want to summon for him, go ahead, why not, right? But in my personal opinion, I think you should wait. I think this Esterosa actually does come out in the coin shop, so yeah, you should just wait until he drops on the coin shop or even on the part 2 tickets. But I do not think you should summon for him when he comes out. Me personally, I'm not a whale. I'd say I'm more of maybe a dolphin. I'm gonna probably summon for him and try and get a copy, right? He's interesting, right? And then his commandment: after allies and enemies receive damage, apply a debuff that decreases attack related stats of the attacker by 20% for 3 turns. So pretty good. Again, I would personally say wait till he's on the coin shop and or on part 2 banners, but it's up to you, right? Whatever you want to do. And then these Fraudrin, I'm gonna be honest with you, skip. Just skip. Blue Fraudrin, you're just gonna have to whale out for him. That's it. You're just gonna have to whale out for him. That's the end of the discussion. I'm not even gonna go over them because the video's long enough. I didn't think it was gonna be this long, so I'm gonna just start going over, just gonna start breezing through it. So these Gloxinia skip. On global, they might release both of them at the same time. They're both skips, not worth it. And then you've got the next one. This Gila was free on JP, so I don't know if she's gonna be free for global, but if she is, you'll get her for free. If she isn't, for some ungodly reason, skip. There's absolutely no reason, none whatsoever, you should summon if she is summonable, because global, they like to screw us. So no reason whatsoever you should summon for her at all. The dumbest decision you'll probably ever make in this game if you do summon for her, right? Hawk, free. Hellbrum. Blue Hellbrum, I think, is only a trophy unit. Isn't good. He's only for PvP or something like that. So the chances of you having him are going to be really low. But again, he's a trophy unit, so kind of garbage. Then you have, let's see, this Blue Jericho is also with the Green Demon Meliodas, like I said. And the new Elizabeth, or whatever color, Red Elizabeth, skip. Jenna, skip. Right? Red Fat King, skip. Let's see, Matrona, skip. Alright, so this Green Meliodas, actually Demon Green Meliodas, I want him because he's really cool, right? He may not be the best unit, but god damn, he is cool. He's actually really good too. Like I said, he's not the best unit, but he is cool. All the Demon Meliodas that came out are really cool. So he has this skill 1, which prevents the ultimate gauge from filling up. And then he has his his skill 2, which does AoE damage and infects, which means it disables health recovery, which isn't that great. But yeah, the big thing about him though is his crit chance is at 50% at base. At max, I think it goes up to 54%, which isn't a big increase, but it's really good. That's really good. You could play around with him a lot. So yeah, I would say skip the banner, but me personally, I'm gonna go for him because he's really cool, right? So then who else? Mono, skip. Both the Mospiat, skip, although I believe it's the green one is the one that destroys cards. Yeah, it destroys cards, but randomly. So really not that great. So yeah, he's a skip. Roxy is a skip. Shin is a, I don't want to say must summon, but he's really good for farming and PvP a little bit. Blue Villani, skip. Zenari, skip. Zaratas, skip. And the Zeldaris, yeah, I would say that you can summon on them if you want. Both of them are really good. I'm not going to go over them because the videos are long enough, like I said, but they're really good, right? And I would honestly consider it when they come to global. Again, not sure how they're going to change any of the banners. Please do not take what I'm saying to heart, because they do change the banners a lot. So I don't want anyone to be misinformed when they come out. I'm just telling you guys right now, they might change the banners. Zeldaris might. He came. I think it was Blue Zeldaris that came along. Zaratras. Blue Zeldaris might come with, I don't know, red Mono if they feel like it, or Mono, however you want to pronounce it. He might come with that. Modspia, instead of both, might just drop with this green Meliodas instead of the banner with Meliodas, Jericho, and Elizabeth, right? So who knows how they can change them up? They change all the time. But alright. The most hype unit everyone wants right now is this guy. Lost Me Meliodas. He's insane. That's all I'm going to say. He's a must summon. I'm summoning for him. I believe he was the 7777 something million download celebration for JP. For us, I'm actually hypothesizing he might be half year anniversary for us. I'm just thinking that, but he might not. He might be a celebration unit. But yeah, I'm summoning for him. End of discussion. He's really good. Really, really good. And I'm going to go all out for him. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Most of the units I went over are skips up until you get to the Derriere. Or any of the commandments that I went over, actually, you could possibly summon on them. But Lost Meliodas is a must summon. He's must summon, right? That's basically what this whole video was for, right? Just to say he's a must summon. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you later. Deuces.